Hello everyone. Today we will see one more worksheet related with graphs. Now let us see the first question. By drawing a suitable tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve at the point P. Okay. Now here I am going to draw a freehand line, but as you will use your ruler, you will get a perfect straight line. Okay, so at point P I have to draw a tangent. So my tangent, as it should touch at one point only, it might go something like this. Okay, it will go something like this. Perfect. Okay, now I have to take 2 points on this line to find the gradient. Let us consider 1 point here. Okay, so your point A is 0 comma 2.5, and it is better to take 1 point over here. Now uh, it seems that it is near to 3.5, so I will take 3.5. Let us name this as B. So I will say that B is 3.5 comma 0. Okay, now I have to find gradient. So gradient is the formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so y2 minus y1, here you will get 2.5 minus 0 divided by 0 minus 3.5. Okay, any point you can consider as x1 y1 and the other point as x2 y2. Okay, so the result will be 2.5 divided by minus of 3.5. Now 2.5 divided by 3.5, if it solve, we will get minus 0.71. Okay, so minus 0.71 is going to be your gradient. Okay, so minus 0.71. Now second question. Okay, so this first question is clear to everyone. Okay, let us see the second question. Y is equal to x power 4 minus 4x cube. Find the value of y when x is minus 1. So this is a very simple question. I have to simply replace x with minus 1. So minus 1 power 4 minus 4 times minus 1 cube. Okay, so minus 1 power 4 is 1, minus 1 cube is minus 1, minus 1 times minus 4 is plus 4. So your result is 5. B part is find the two stationary point on the graph y equal to x power 4 minus 4x cube. Okay, now the condition for gradient or condition for stationary point, okay, is your gradient at stationary point will be 0. Okay, a stationary point is a point where you get maximum or minimum value for y. Okay, so what we will do, we will find dy by dx over here. Okay, again stationary point, if I show by some graph, so here you can see that at this point, okay, I have one maximum value, and here if I draw a tangent, it will be a straight line. This is another such point, so tangent will be a straight line, and here also the tangent will be a straight line. So like this, okay, the tangent at stationary point is parallel to x-axis, and therefore the gradient is 0. Okay, so what we do, we first find out dy by dx. Now dy by dx is 4x cube minus 4 times the derivative of x cube is 3x square. Okay, so dy by dx is 4x cube minus 12, 4 3s are 12, 12x square, and if I take 4x square common, the remaining part will be x minus 3. Okay, I hope everyone, all of you know how to take the common factor. Okay, now for stationary point, you know the condition is your dy by dx is 0. Okay, so this implies that your 4x square into x minus 3, this will be equal to 0, and this will indicate that your x is 0 or your x is 3. Okay, now how I will say that x is 0 or x equal to 3? Because the product of these two term is 0, so any of the two term will be 0. Either 4x square will be 0 or x minus 3 will be 0. Okay, so I got the x value as 0 or 3. Now when x is 0 implies your y is equals to, now I substitute this 0 value in this equation. So if I put x 0, my y will also be 0. So here 0 comma 0 is 1 point. Now x equal to 3. Okay, if I put x equal to 3, your y value will be equal to 3 power 4. Now 3 power 4 is 81 minus 4 times 3 power 3. 3 power 3 is 27. So 81 minus 4 times 27, the result is minus 27. Okay, so when x is 3, your y is minus 27. So therefore the second stationary point will be 3 comma minus 27. Now this question come for 6 marks. Okay, so here understand that what we have done. Okay, for stationary point, whenever they ask you stationary point and they give some curve, what you have to do, your first step will be differentiate that function. Second step will be you equate that function with 0. Okay, so here dy by dx I considered 0. Third step will be find x, and the fourth step will be find y using this x value. Okay, now third question. A curve has equation y equal to x cube plus 8x square plus 5x. Work out the coordinates of two turning point. Again the same kind of question. Now what you can do, you can pause here and try to solve the question yourself. Okay, hope you have solved. Now let us see. Here dy by dx will give you 3x square plus 16x plus 5. Okay, now how I am getting this thing is I already explained you in the last class that derivative of x power n is n times x power n minus 1. So this formula, this is the only formula that you are going to use. Okay, so dy by dx, I got this. Now for stationary point, for turning point, I know that dy by dx, I will equate this with 0. Okay, so this will indicate that your 3x square plus 16x plus 5 will be equal to 0. Okay, you can use splitting the middle term method or formula method to find out the x value. Now here, if I am using splitting the middle term method, I will multiply this coefficient of x square with this constant. So 3 5 is 15. Now I will figure out two factors of this 15 whose addition will be 16. Okay, so it is simple. If I take one factor 15 and other as 1, I will get the result. So here this I will write as 3x square plus this 16x I will split as 15x plus x, and this plus 5 I will write as it is. Okay, now from this first two term you can take 3x common, so x plus 5 is remaining, and here you can see it is x plus 5, so I will take 1 common, so again it is x plus 5. Okay, so this will indicate that your x plus 3x plus 1, okay, into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, now 3x plus 1 equal to 0. This indicate your x value as minus 1 by 3, and x plus 5 equal to 0. This indicate your x value is minus 5. Now if I use x as minus 1 by 3, okay, if I use x as minus 1 by 3 and find y, so it is minus 1 divided by 3 the whole cube plus 8 times, it is minus 1 divided by 3 square plus 5 into minus 1 divided by 3. So your result is minus 22 upon 27. Okay, minus 22 divided by 27. The second point, x I will consider as minus 5. So when I take x is equals to minus 5, the result will be here x is replaced with minus 5. So minus 5 cube is minus 125. Plus 5 square is 25. So 25 times 8. Then minus 5 times 5. Okay, so your result is 5050. Okay, so these are the two stationary points. So this question before 3 means in question number 2 also we find that this problem is coming for 6 marks. Here also it is 6 marks. So 6 marks I think is easy for you to score. Okay, next B part, determine whether each of the turning point is maximum or minimum. Give reason of your answer. Okay, so to guess whether the point is maximum or minimum, we will differentiate function once again. So dy by dx is I will write dy by dx here once again. So my dy by dx is dy by dx. We got dy by dx as 3x square plus 16x plus 5. Okay, what we do, we will differentiate this again, d square y by dx square. Okay, basically I have to write all those things here, but fine. Okay, as I have space, I am writing here. So if I differentiate this 3x square, I get result as 6x, and the derivative of the 16x is 16. Okay, now the second derivative, I will check these values at these two stationary points. So I will find out what is my answer when x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So when x is minus 1 by 3, it is 6 times minus 1 by 3 plus 16. Definitely the result is going to be 0, greater than 0. Okay, result is more than 0. Now if the result is more than 0, it indicates that this is a minimum point. Determine whether each of the turning point is maximum or a minimum. Okay, so here this minus 1 by 3 comma minus 22 by 27, minus 1 by 3 comma minus 22 divided by 27, this point is minimum. Okay, again I will find what is the answer when x is minus 5. So d square y by dx square when x is minus 5 will be equal to 6 times minus 5 plus 16. Now this time definitely this is less than 0, and therefore your minus 5 comma 50, minus 5 comma 50, this is the point, minus 5 comma 50 is maximum. Simple. Okay, now question number 4. So question number 3 is similar to question number 2b, Okay, here only one addition is that here we have to find out maximum or a minimum value. Okay, now question number 4. A curve has equation y equal to x cube plus ax plus b. The stationary point of the curve has coordinate 2k and minus 2 comma 10 minus k. Work out the value of a, the value of b, and the value of k. Okay, so here the stationary point already they gave me in form of k. Okay, so for a stationary point, what is my first step? My first step is to find dy by dx. Okay, so dy by dx, here it will give me answer as 3x square plus a, right? Okay, now from here I will get the x coordinate for the stationary point. Okay, so for that, what we do, for a stationary point we say that dy by dx is equal to 0. Now this will give you 3x square plus a is equals to 0. This will give you 3x square is equals to minus a, and this will give you x square is equals to minus a divided by 3. Okay, now you can see that the x value of these two stationary points, one is 2 and the other is minus 2. So if I take the square of this 2 or minus 2, I get 4. Okay, so from the given point the value of x square will be 4. So I will say that 4 is equals to minus a divided by 3, and from here you will conclude that the value of a is minus 12. Okay, so value of a is now known to me. Okay, when a is when your x is 2, okay, your y value will be equal to 2 cube plus the value of a is minus 12x plus b. Okay, I can find b from this y. Okay, now when x is 2, the y value is k, so here it is k is equals to 8 minus 12x plus b. Okay, so I get one equation. Here I am making one mistake. What mistake I am doing? I am not replacing 2 over here. Okay, so here also I have to replace 2. Okay, like this. So the k value will be equal to 8 minus 24 plus b. So it is minus 16 plus b. Okay, so the value of k is minus 16 plus b. I have one more point. When x is minus 2, I will say that 10 minus k will be equal to minus 2 cube plus minus 12 times minus 2 plus b. Okay, so this gives me, okay, now what I will do, the value of k already I know that it is minus 16 plus b. So here I will say that 10 minus this k I will replace with minus 16 plus b. So here I have 16 minus b, right? Minus k. Now k value is minus 16 plus b, so minus k will be 16 minus b. Okay, this is equals to, here it is minus 8 plus 24 plus b. Okay, so this minus b I will move on the right and all these numbers on the left. So 10 plus 16 is 26, and here it is 16 I will bring on left. So it is minus 16 will be equal to 2b. So this gives you 26 minus 16 is 10, 10 is equals to 2b. So the value of b we will get 5. So the value of a we got minus 12, the value of b we got 5, and now the k value. So k value, here we said that minus 16 plus b, so b is 5, so this will give me minus 11. Okay, so value of k here we got as minus 11, right? So this is your question. This is your question number question number 4. Okay, question number 4 again for 6 marks. Question number 4 here, it is for 6 marks, and the value of a we got as minus 12, the value of b is 5, and the value of k is minus 11. Okay, right? Clear? Okay, again, as a stationary point is mentioned, I differentiated my y function and equated it with 0. Okay, so by equating it with 0, I will get the x value. Now already they have given a stationary point, so x value already known to me, and hence I will say that x square is 4, because if I square this 2 or minus 2, my result is going to be 4. Okay, so from this I first find out a, then these 2 points I will use. These 2 points I will use means the k I will substitute for y and 2 I substitute for x, and I will get one equation which will include my unknown k and b, and similarly I will get one more equation if I use this second point. So if you have 2 equations and if there are 2 unknowns, you can solve them. This is simultaneous linear equation, right? Okay, now let us move to the next question. Question number 5. Okay, the first part is, show that y equal to this can be written like this. Okay, so here it is simple. You simply have to multiply. So first I will open this first 2 bracket. So x will multiply by 3 minus x. So when x multiply by 3, I have 3x. When x multiply by minus x, I have minus x square. Then when 1 multiplied by 3, I have plus 3, and 1 multiplied by minus x, I have minus x. Now this whole thing is multiplied by 3 plus x. So first I simplify this bracket. This 3x minus x will give me 2x. So it is 2x minus x square plus 3. And this I have to multiply by 3 plus x. So let us first multiply this whole thing with 3. So 3 to the 6x minus 3x square plus 3 to the 9. So first I multiply this 3 with all these 3 terms. All these 3, okay, values or number you say. Then this x I will multiply by 2x, it will give me 2x square. Then x multiplied by minus x square will give me minus x cube, and x multiplied by 3 will give you 3x. So the result is minus x cube. Okay, here first constant number is written, so let us write that. So here I have this plus 9, so I will write 9. Then this is 6x and this is plus 3x. So 6x plus 3x is 9x. Then this is minus 3x square and plus 2x square. So I have minus x square, and lastly I have minus x cube. Okay, so they say that okay, show that this can be written like this. Okay, we did it. Perfect. Okay, now let us come to the B part. Calculate the x value of the turning point. Again, turning point. So for turning point, we say that dy by dx. Okay, now this time they are saying that it should be correct to 2 decimal places. Initially they have not asked me in decimals, so I kept them in the fraction form. Now here they want us to give answer in decimal form. Okay, So I differentiate it. Dy by dx will be 9 minus 2x minus 3x square. Okay, this is my derivation. Okay, now I will equate this to 0. So dy by dx equal to 0. Okay, this will give you, this will, okay, give me 9 minus 2x minus 3x square is equals to 0. Okay, so I multiply everything with minus 1 and I will get, so the same thing I will rewrite 3x square plus 2x minus 9 is equals to 0. Okay, now the x value. So 3 into minus 9, minus 27. Now minus 27, either I figure out two factors whose product is minus 27 and sum is plus 2, or I use the formula method. You remember formula method, x is equals to, now in this equation, this is a quadratic equation, so x is minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2 times a. Okay, this is the formula. Here a value, a is the coefficient of x square, which is 3 here, b is coefficient of x, which is 2 here, and c is your constant, which is minus 9 here. Okay, I will substitute these things. So I have minus 2 plus or minus a square root, now b square is 4 minus 4 into a into c, so minus minus it will become plus, 4 3s are 12 and 12 9s are 108, so this is 108 and whole divided by 2 times value of a is 3, so this is minus 2 plus or minus, now 109 109, and let me check again, 4 times a is 3 times c is 9, 108, sorry, it is not 109, it is 108. Okay, 108 plus 4 is 112, and square root of 112 is 4 root 7, so minus 2 plus 4 root 7 divided by 6. Okay, so minus 2 plus 4 times root 7 whole divided by 6. One answer is 1.43. So one answer for x is 1.43, or it is minus 2 minus 4 times root 7 whole divided by 6. Okay, so the other answer will be minus 2.097. So I will write by rounding it as minus 2.097. So 097 can be written as minus 2.10. Okay, minus 2.10. So these are the x values. So here finally you write your answer as 1.43 or minus 2.10. Okay, now is it necessary to write 0? Okay, minus 2.10, as problem suggests that write up to 2 decimal places, so I recommend that you show your 2 digits after the decimal place. So minus 2.10 should be written. Okay, now question number 6. Okay, so question number 5 is clear to everyone? Question number 5, right? Okay, let us move to question number 6. A straight line joining the point A and C. Find the equation of line AC in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. So let us first find m, which is equals to y2 minus y1. So if I subtract a negative number, it is plus, and 1, this is 1 plus 2. Okay, I hope everyone understand what I did. Okay, 9 plus 3 12, divide by 3, so your result for m is 4. Then I use any of these 2 points. Let us consider this point. So I will say that okay, 9 is equals to 4 times 1. Okay, because when I consider y9, your x is 1 plus c. Okay, so the value of c you will get 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is your 5. Okay, so your m is 4, your c is 5, so your y is equals to m, that is your 4x plus c, that means plus 5. Okay, so y is equals to 4x plus 5. Calculate the acute angle between AC and the x-axis. Okay, now okay, this is difficult one. I have to calculate the acute angle between line AC and the x-axis. Okay, so for your understanding, let me show you that okay, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and roughly if I plot these 2 points, one point will be somewhere here -2 comma -3, and the other point will be somewhere here, which is 1 comma 9. Okay, so I join these 2 points. Now I have to find out this angle, the angle which the line is making with the x-axis. Okay, so little difficult for you how we get the angle. Okay, so for that, let us understand that whether I find this angle with the x-axis, or if I find angle over here, if I draw a straight line like this, and if I find angle over here, they both are going to be same. Okay, they are the corresponding angles, and therefore their measures will be same. Now if I take the difference of y, which is 12, and here if I take the difference of x, which is 1 minus of -2, which is 3. Okay, so here you can see that you get a triangle like this, where this is 12, this is 3, and this is what you have to find out. Okay, so if I say tan of, say this angle is theta, so if I say tan theta, so your tan theta will be equal to 12 divided by 3. Now 12 divided by 3 is your slope m. The value of m is your 12 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3, which is 4. Okay, so here, okay, try to understand one more concept, that your tan theta is nothing but your gradient. Okay, your tan theta is your gradient, and therefore if you want to find the angle theta, you will say that it is tan inverse of this 4. Okay, see to it that your calculator is in degree mode, and then you will find the value of theta by saying tan inverse of 4, and this will be 75.96. so 75.96. now 75.96, if I round up to one decimal place, I will say that this is 76.0. I will say that 76.0. Okay, again this 0 I consider necessary because this indicates that I have find my answer up to one decimal place. Okay, I have find out my answer up to one decimal place. The answer up to 2 decimal place was 75.96. Okay, but when I round it up to one decimal place, it is 76.0. Now ABCD. Okay, so this is a very interesting problem. Okay, now ABCD is a kite. Now this is related with the point A and C, which is given to me. Now ABCD is a kite where AC is the longer diagonal of the kite. Okay, point A and point C is given. AC is the longer diagonal of the kite. B is the point 3.5 comma 2. Find the equation of line BD in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. Okay, now there are two ways of solving this problem. Okay, one way is that you exactly figure out where this point will be. Okay, point A and C. So A has a coordinate minus 2 comma 3. So this is your point A, this is your point C. If you find point B, it is 3.5. Now 3.5 comma 2 will be a point which is somewhere here. Okay, this point will be 3.5 comma 2. Okay, so A is here, B is here, C is here, and D accordingly I will draw. Okay, so instead of considering this diagram, what I will do, I will simply draw one kite. Okay, that will make your problem easy. Okay, let us consider a kite like this. Okay, now AC is the diagonal, so let us consider this point as A, this point as C, let us consider this point as B, and this will be your point D. Okay, now one thing, your longer diagonal is always bisecting the smaller diagonal at 90 degree. So I will say that this AC is a perpendicular bisector of BD. Now the question is, find the equation of line BD in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. Okay, the coordinate of point A is given, which is minus 2 comma minus 3. The coordinate of point C is given, which is 1 comma 9. The coordinate of point B is given, which is 3.5 comma 2, and D I don't know. Okay, so to get the equation of line, what I need one point on the line and I need gradient of that line. So here gradient of BD I can find out as it is perpendicular to AC. So first let us find gradient of AC. So gradient of AC. Now already I know gradient of AC. Gradient of AC is 4. So gradient of AC already I know, it is 4. So therefore I say gradient of BD. Now gradient of AC we represent by M. So let us represent gradient of BD by M complement or M dash, and this is going to be equal to minus 1 divided by gradient of this AC, which is 4. So minus 1 divided by 4. Okay, and I also have one point. So here I will say that for BD. Okay, so therefore first of all equation of your BD will be y is equals to minus 1 divided by 4 x plus c. Okay, now the coordinate of B is known to me, so I will say that therefore 2 is equals to minus 1 by 4 times 3.5 plus c. Okay, now you solve it. Your c value will be 2 plus 3.5 divided by 4. So 2.875. So here I got value of c as 2.875, and therefore I will say that the equation of BD is minus 1 divided by 4, that is 0.25 times x plus if I convert in fraction, it is 23 divided by 8. So plus 23 divided by 8. So this is my equation y is equals to minus 1 by 4 x plus 23 divided by 8. Okay, I thought it will be a difficult problem, but it's fine, it's not that difficult. Okay, because for BD I easily find out its gradient and point B is already there. The diagonal AC and BD intersect at minus 0.5 comma 3. Work out the coordinate of D. Okay, wonderful question. Now here let us simply write down the coordinate of B. The coordinate of B is 3.5 comma 2. 3.5 comma 2. Okay, and say this is point D, and here you have the midpoint. Let us consider this as M, and the midpoint has given. Now midpoint, why I am saying, because diagonals, the longer diagonal bisect the smaller diagonal. So this M has the coordinate minus 0.5 comma 3. Okay, and I have to work out D. Okay, let us assume that D is x comma y. So using midpoint formula, I will say that midpoint formula. Okay, if you use midpoint formula, you will say that the x coordinate of the midpoint, which is 0.5, is going to be equal to sum of x coordinate of B and D, which is 3.5 plus x divided by 2. Okay, now I will solve this and get the value of x. So my value of x is this is minus 1 and this is, so it is minus 4.5. Okay, I hope everyone know how to solve a linear equation. Okay, x value I got. Similarly for y value, I will say that 3 is equals to 2 plus y divided by 2. So your 2 plus y is equals to 6, and therefore your y is equals to 4. Okay, so x comma y, I will say that it is minus 4.5 comma 4. Minus 4.5 comma 4 is your answer. Okay, okay, next question. Next question. A line L joins F, which is 3 comma 2, and G, which is minus 5 comma 4. Calculate the length of line L. Okay, so first length, your FG, your length is FG, which will be equal to square root of, okay, you will write the difference of x coordinate, which is 3 plus 5 the whole square, plus difference of y coordinate. Okay, so any point you can consider as x1 y1, the other as x2 y2. So I consider this minus 5 4 as x1 y1 and this 3 2 as x2 y2. So here 3 plus 5 the whole square and 2 minus 4 the whole square. So FG will be equal to square root of 5 plus 3 8. 8 square is 64 plus minus 2 square is 4. So this is square root of 68. Okay, so square root of 68. So length, you can say that 2 root 17. Calculate the length of line L. Now find the equation of perpendicular bisector of line L in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. So here you have F with coordinate 3 2. Here you have G with coordinate minus 5 4. The midpoint you will figure out, the midpoint will be 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5 is minus 2 upon 2 is minus 1, and 2 plus 4 6 divided by 2 is 3. So your midpoint M, you will find out minus 1, 3. Find the equation of perpendicular bisector of L in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. I will also find out gradient of fg. So gradient of fg, gradient or slope, so let us say gradient only, gradient of fg. Now gradient of fg, 4 minus 2 divided by minus 5 minus 3. 4 minus 2 is 2 and this is minus 8, that is minus 1 upon 4. Gradient of fg is minus 1 upon 4. So therefore gradient of perpendicular bisector of fg, gradient of perpendicular bisector of L, I will say, will be equal to, let us say M dash will be equal to minus 1 upon this minus 1 by 4, which will be 4. Okay, and this is passing through this point M. So y is equals to, I know y is equals to mx plus c. This is for, okay, perpendicular bisector line, perpendicular bisector, y is equals to mx plus c. Y I will replace with 3 is equals to, now this mx plus c, m we know is 4, so I can say that 4x plus c, and then y I replace with 3, so 3 is equals to 4 into minus 1 plus c. Okay, so this gives you c is equals to 3 plus 4, 7. So value of c is 7, and therefore you will say that y is equals to 4x plus 7. Okay, y is equals to 4x plus 7. C part, a point H lies on the y-axis such that distance GH is 13 unit. Find the coordinate of the two possible positions of H. Okay, now see here, this is your x-axis, y-axis. Now they are saying that point H lying on the y-axis such that GH, okay, so let us consider this point as H. So H is the coordinate of H, if I say, then definitely it is going to be 0 comma y, something like that. I have to find the coordinate of two possible positions of H. Two possible positions of H. Now as it is on the y-axis, okay, G, let us come here, G is minus 5 comma 4, so minus 5 comma 4, x is minus 5 and x is 4, so minus 5 comma 4 may be somewhere here, so G is minus 5 comma 4. Okay, I have to find two possible values of H. So GH, if I say, it is going to be square root of y minus 4 the whole square plus 0 plus 5, and this length is given me 13. So therefore I square, so I will get y minus 4 the whole square plus square of 5 is 25 is equals to square of 13 is 169, and therefore y minus 4 square, y minus 4 square will be equal to 169 minus 25, which is equal to 144, and therefore y minus 4 I could have plus or minus 12. So therefore y is equals to, now 12 plus 4 is 16, or minus 12 plus 4 is minus 8. So h has coordinate 0 comma y, so it is either 0 comma 16 or 0 comma minus 8. Okay, so the coordinate of point h is 0 comma 16 or 0 comma minus 8. Okay, now next question, question number 8. The coordinate of p are minus 3 8 and the coordinate of q are 9 minus 2. Calculate length pq. So your length pq will be square root of it is 8 plus 2 the whole square plus minus 3 minus 9 the whole square. Okay, the formula is, the distance formula is your square root of y2 minus y1 the whole square plus x2 minus x1 the whole square. You consider any point as x1 y1, other point as x2 y2. Okay, whenever you square a negative number, you get a positive number as an answer. So whether you square a negative number or positive number, in both the cases your square is going to be a positive number. Now here the length pq is 8 plus 2 10, 10 square is 100, and minus 3 minus 9 is minus 12 and its square is 144. So your length pq is square root of 244. So if I take square root of 244, the result is 2 root 61. This is simplified form, 2 root 61. Okay, now they have not asked me to write in decimal form, so I am avoiding to write in the decimal form. Now find the equation of a line parallel to PQ that passes through 6 comma minus 1. So let us first find gradient of PQ. Okay, gradient of PQ, m is equals to y2 minus y1. So here I can say that 8 plus 2 divided by minus 3 minus 9, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is 10 divided by minus 12. Okay, you can take y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 or y1 minus y2 upon x1 minus x2. Both will give you the same result. It is minus 5 divided by 6. Okay, so this is gradient of PQ. So any line which is parallel to PQ will also have the same gradient. Okay, parallel lines have the same gradient. So your equation of the parallel line will be of the form of y is equals to minus 5 divided by 6x plus c. Okay, now here the line is passing through this point, so I will say that minus 1 is equals to minus 5 divided by 6 times 6 plus 6. Now this 6 cancels and I get the result for c as c is equals to minus 1 plus 5, which is equals to 4. Okay, so here your answer will be y equal to minus 5 divided by 6x plus 4. Minus 5 divided by 6x plus 4 is your equation of parallel line. Now the third part, find the equation of perpendicular bisector of PQ. Okay, this I can ask you to solve because many problems of the same nature we have already solved. So pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Now let us cross check what you got. So point P is minus 3 8, point P is minus 3 8, point Q is 9 minus 2, point Q is 9 minus 2. If I take the midpoint as R, then r will have coordinate -3 plus 9, which is 6, 6 divided by 2, which is 3, and 8 minus 2, which is 6, 6 divided by 2 is 3, so 3 comma 3. Gradient of PQ we already know. Gradient of PQ is minus pi divided by 6. So gradient of the perpendicular line, which I will say that m dash, okay, here I will draw a perpendicular line, and for this the gradient is m dash, so m dash will be equal to 6 divided by 5, negative reciprocal of gradient of the line PQ. Okay, so m dash is 6 divided by 5. So your equation will be y is equals to 6 divided by 5 x plus c, and this perpendicular is passing through 3 comma 3, so you will say that 3 is equals to 6 divided by 5 times 3 plus c, and this gives you the value of c as 5, not 5, 3 minus 6 3s are 18 divided by 5, 3 minus 18 divided by 5, which is minus 3 by 5. Okay, so the value of c is minus 3 divided by 5. Okay, so I will write my equation. Y is equals to 6 divided by 5x minus 3 divided by 5. Okay, so this is your answer for the C part. Question number 8 C part. So question number 8 C is your answer. Y is equals to 6 divided by 5x minus 3 divided by 5. Okay, now question number 9. Anand cycles 2 km to a beach and then walks the rest of the way to the park. The travel graph shows his journey. Now this is the travel graph. It shows his journey. Write down the ratio minutes cycling to minutes walking. Okay, so cycling and walking, fine. Anand cycles 2 km to the beach and then walks. So 2 km, the time you took cycle, okay, 2 km cycling. So 15 to this is 15 10, 1 2 3 4 and 5 parts, so each part will be equal to 2. So this is 15 2, 15 4, 15 6. So 15 6, that means 6 minutes. So minute cycling is 6 minute and minute walking. Okay, then he is walking. So from 15 6 to 15, okay, this is 15, I will write 6, 15 6 to 15, this is 20, okay, 20, then 22, 24, 26. Okay, so 6 minutes he cycle and then 20 minutes he walks. So 6 ratio 20. Now I can divide both by 2, so it is 3 ratio 10. Okay, so 3 ratio 10 is your answer in the simple form, 3 ratio 10. Okay, next question is, Rahul leaves school at the same time as Anand. Rahul walks 2 km to the beach at a constant speed of 6 km per hour. He then cycles the rest of the way to the park at a constant speed of 15 km per hour. Complete the travel graph for Rahul's journey to the park. Okay, so Rahul walks 2 km to the beach at a constant speed of 6 km per hour. Now this is a distance time graph. So if you are walking at a speed of 6 km per hour, okay, that means you are taking 60 minutes to walk 6 km, then to walk 2 km, okay, which is 1/3. How much time you will take? You will take 20 minutes. Okay, so your speed is constant. you are taking 20 minutes to cover a 2 kilometer distance. So 20 minutes to cover 2 kilometer distance, 20 minutes. So 15:00 to 15:20. Okay, I have 1 point over here. Now I will draw a line like this. Okay, so here my speed is 6 kilometer per hour. Then I increased my speed to 15 kilometer per hour. Okay, so 15 kilometer per hour. I have to cover a distance of again 2 kilometer. So if I am moving with 15 kilometer per hour, so I am completing 15 kilometer in 2 hours. 15 kilometer in 1 hour means 60 minutes. So to cover a distance of 2 kilometer, how much time I will take? Let us consider t time I will take. They are in direct relation. So I will say that t divided by 60 will be equal to 2 divided by 15, and therefore t is equals to 2 divided by 15 multiplied by 60. 15 4 to the 8. So it will take 8 minutes. Okay, so when two variables they are in direct relation, then their ratios are same, their ratios are constant. Okay, ratio of x and y. So I can say that okay, t divided by 2 will be same as 60 divided by 15. This will also okay, by this also you will get the same result, right? So here also you will get t is equals to 8 minutes. So in direct relation you can solve in either way, their ratios are going to remain same. Okay, so 8 minutes I will take to cover the rest 2 kilometer. 8 minutes. So from 15:20 to 15:28. Okay, that means here. So I will join this by this, like this. Okay, so this is my drawing. Use the travel graph to find out the number of minutes that Anand arrived at beach before Rahul. So Anand when he arrived at beach before Rahul. So Anand, you can see that Rahul arrived at beach at 15:06 and Anand at 15:20. So 20 minus 6, which is 14 minutes. So 14 minutes before Anand reached the beach. Find the greatest distance between Anand and Rahul as they traveled to the park. Find the greatest distance between Anand and Rahul as they travel to the park. Now you see this diagram. Here you have to find out the greatest distance between them. So where is the greatest distance? I think at this point the distance between Rahul and Anand is greatest. Okay, the question is find out the greatest distance between Anand and Rahul as they travel to the park. In kilometer, I have to answer in kilometer. So here if I figure out this distance, now from 2 kilometer, this is 3 kilometer and this is 3.5 kilometer. So I will say 3.4 kilometer. Means the difference, if I say, the difference will be 1.4 kilometer. Difference will be somewhere 1.4 kilometer, right? It is 1.4. Okay, already here I am at 2 kilometer. Then from 2 kilometer to 3.4, it is 1.4 kilometer only. So 1.4 kilometer approximately, this is approximate distance, 1.4 kilometer. Okay, So depending upon how accurately you are drawing, you will get the result. Now 10th question. Aneth cycles a distance of 70 km from Midville to Newtown. Leaving Midville, she cycles for 1 hour 30 minutes at a constant speed of 20 km per hour and then stops for 30 minutes. She then continues the journey to Newtown at a constant speed of 16 km per hour. On the grid, draw the distance time graph for the journey and calculate the average speed for the whole journey. So let us first draw. Aneti cycles a distance of 70 km from Midville to Newtown. Leaving Midville, she cycles for 1 hour 30 minutes. 1 hour 30 minutes. So this is 1 hour and this is 1 hour 30 minutes. This is my time, 1 hour 30 minutes. And she is traveling at a constant speed of 20 km per hour. So in 1 hour, you are covering a 20 km distance. In the next half hour, you will cover 10 more distance, 10 km. So 30 km. So here at 30 km, here I will mark a point and I will join these 2 points. Then she stops for 30 minutes. Then for next 30 minutes, she is not moving anywhere. So your distance remain same. Your distance will remain same. So what I will do, I will draw a straight line. Here this is straight line. Then she then continues the journey to Newtown at a constant speed of 16 km per hour. So in 1 hour, you are covering a distance of 16 km. Now, the total distance is 70 km. So from 70 km, if already I covered 30 km, the remaining journey is 40 km. Now to cover 40 km, how much time I need? So 16 km, for that you are taking 1 hour. So for 40 km, you will say take X hour. So what you say? You will say that X divided by 1 will be same as 40 divided by 16. So 40 divided by 16 with 8 you can cancel. 8 5 the 40 and 8 2 the 16. So this is 2.5 hours. So 2.5. So from 2 to 2.5 it is 4.5. Now in 4.5 I will cover a distance of 70 kilometers. So this is the point. Now I will join these 2 points. So this is your graph. Now understand what we did. We simply find out the distance based on the speed given to me. You know, speed is distance upon time. So using that formula, we can find out the unknown things. You have speed is equals to distance divided by time. Now the second part of the question is calculate the average speed of the whole journey. So average distance, total distance is 70 kilometer, and the total time, if you see, total time is 4.5 hours. So 70 divided by 4.5, this is your average speed. So 70 divided by 4.5 is equal to 15.55, or you can say that this is 140 divided by 9. Calculate the average speed of the whole journey. So I will say that 140 divided by 9 kilometer per hour. Again, they are not asking me to write in decimal, so I will prefer to keep it in fraction form. So I can consider my speed in the fraction form, or else you can, here in calculation, it is better you write this in decimal form as well, which is 15.56. So 15.56 kilometer per hour. So here I tried to include different variety of the questions. Okay, different variety of the questions. It may possible that some of the questions still you find difficult or you are unable to understand. Okay, this may be the reason that I presumed that some basic concepts, okay, you already know, but in case you are missing that concept, you will, okay, you will not be able to pace with me. Okay, so no worry, whenever you meet me, ask your doubt, I will explain you. Thank you.